Millions and millions of Americans are struggling right now just to put food on the table, keep a roof over their head, and keep the lights on. But what has just been announced over the past several days is actually pushing the American people deeper into a debt that they don't even realize they are building. Today I want to explain what's going on simply because the American people don't have this. They don't have money. So now we are hearing more and more retailers are using a different type of strategy in order to get you in the door and buying from them. I want to break down what's going on at this time, how millions of people are going to be impacted. Some, it will be a positive impact, but for many, it's going to be negative. I'm going to explain more on this in just a moment, but before I do, all I ask is one thing. Takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now, let's begin. So what is the problem right now? Well, the big issue is the American people need money. We don't have it. We've been using credit cards. We've been racking up just an immense amount of debt, and we can't pay it off. Delinquency rates are going up, and this is a huge concern. But look at this. It says experts issue troubling warning about food prices in the coming year. More contingency planning is needed. Now, I want to be very clear on something. Because of potential threat of tariffs, there's a chance that we see food costs increase. Because of the climate changing and the weather that we've seen, that's been a huge problem for many local farmers here in the United States. So because of those two things, the cost of food continues to rise. Well, here's the issue. The American people are struggling to pay for it. And there is a huge problem when it comes to food insecurity here in the United States. But there's a company that has a plan. Look at this. It says DoorDash will let users buy now and pay later for fast food, a possible worrying sign for the economy. So, DoorDash, you probably heard of them before. Uber Eats is another, kind of rival here. But you order something, let's say from McDonald's. Your DoorDash delivery driver will go pick it up from McDonald's, put it on their bike or in their car, stick it in their bag, whatever, and they'll take it to your location. They will deliver it for you. DoorDash, Uber Eats, okay, those were some big companies that helped out millions of people during the last 4 to 5 years. They would go to a restaurant, they'd go to a fast food place, pick something up because, again, during the pandemic, you couldn't eat in restaurants for the majority of it, okay, for many, especially early on. So they'd go pick it up, okay, safely pick it up, deliver it to your doorstep, and you could have your favorite fast food meal. Guess what? They're bringing that back, okay? But in this case, they're going to offer buy now, pay later, which means you can buy it today, and you will pay for it just like if you stuck it on a credit card, but they're not running your credit really, okay? They're not doing all this other stuff. But here's where things get very interesting. That was announced just 3-4 days ago. Look at this one. This was announced just this morning. Affirm. They are the payment processor. Okay? Affirm announces JP Morgan Chase merchants can now offer installment loans at checkout. So Affirm, who does the buy now, pay later, they're partnering with JP Morgan Chase. And so anytime a retailer uses JP Morgan Chase, they can offer, and JP Morgan Chase as they're the ones that really process their payment, that's who handles everything. What they're now saying is, we're going to partner with them. So anytime a merchant, whether it's for clothing, shoes, it could be for some type of commercial product, right? It could be for materials, it could be for food as well. All those things, we can now offer buy now, pay later, which means you buy it today. You do not make a single payment until maybe the next week, okay? And again, it goes on for 4 to 8 to multiple weeks. I want to show you this. It says consumers will have access to loans ranging from 30 days to 60 months, according to Affirm. So here's the reason why I bring this up. JP Morgan does handle the payments for many grocery stores. We are about to see the American people who are struggling to put food on the table, who've maxed out their credit cards. They're about to fall into deeper debt. Because what's about to happen is we are about to see millions of people. They're going to start paying for fast food. They're going to pay for pizza. They're going to pay for their everyday groceries using buy now, pay later. This is going to turn into an issue, a big issue. Now, I want to read you a little bit here. It's actually from the New York Times, okay? Because look at this. It says DoorDash announces buy now, pay later partnership with Klarna. Now, this is exactly what I was talking about in just the last article, okay? But I want to read this to you. It says right here, DoorDash customers can now take out a loan for a $40 order of burritos or a $50 pizza delivery. Think about that for a second. You can now take out a loan for $40 worth of burritos, $50 pizza. These are items that after a couple hours, they're bad. The pizza, you can probably eat the next day. The burritos, I probably wouldn't eat it after 30 minutes. But that's where we're headed. Millions of people are going to start using this. Millions of people use DoorDash every single day. Okay, DoorDash, they're racing here and there, picking up orders, dropping them off to people. This is a huge business. Okay, this is now where we're headed. Is DoorDash is partnering with Klarna. Klarna is the kind of the rival to Affirm, but they're going to partner together. Okay, look at this though. It says Chuck Bell, an advocacy program director at Consumer Report, said buy now, pay later loans can be manageable for many people. He advised that these loans should be used selectively, that customers should be aware of when their payments are due and ensure that they have the money to pay the loans back. Here's the problem. For many people, they are not going to have the money. If you have cash, right? If you have cash, chances are you don't need to use buy now, pay later. You just don't need to use it. I have used buy now, pay later one time. The only reason why I used it that one time was not because I didn't have cash, wasn't because I didn't have a credit card on me. It was simply because I wanted to test it out. That was it. And I can tell you, it's a great service. It's nice to have the ability to go and get something. Especially when I used it, I did it with Amazon. I bought something on Amazon or a few things on Amazon, and again, I made little weekly installments. That was it. 4 weeks, paid off, good to go. Okay, didn't pay anything in interest. Right, it was zero interest. It was great. Right, buy now, pay later. It works, but for food, that's where I'd be somewhat skeptical, because now people are going to start ordering fast food because they have no money. They just want to eat. They're hungry. They just want to eat. So I want to give you this warning. We could see a huge issue here for DoorDash. But this is also going to push more and more Americans into debt. They're going to have a payment, another payment on top of their credit cards, their car payment, their rent. It's going to turn into an issue. Just want to share this with you because even though this is big news and some people are very excited about it, I think this is going to go the opposite direction. And again, like this article from CNN Business says, a possible worrying sign for the economy. Yeah, it's not possible. This is a very worrying sign for the economy. So we'll see what happens moving forward, but that's what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.